Good morning. Welcome to morning meeting. This is a follow-up to a previous video. I mentioned in a video that I do some substitute teaching, and I'm correcting my language because I said I am a substitute teacher, which, okay, most people, yeah, that's true, but better to say I do some substitute teaching. And I relayed in one of those videos that I had worked with a young man who was really bothered by the fact that I had moved his cup. He had an open cup with what looked like coffee in it, and it was near the edge of a table. We had Chromebooks out, blah, blah, blah. And so I was concerned bumping because things are close quarters. So I didn't pick it up by the rim. I said that in the other video. It's a cup like this, and I just moved it from the bottom. I just removed it. So, because I was aware I don't want to go anywhere near the top of this cup. So I moved it near the bottom. So I moved it, and he was really upset. Now, this video isn't a recap of that. This video is about the fact that what happened later. Because later in the day, throughout the day, I would see this kid and I would make a point to say something to him, to acknowledge him, and I would try and make a joke, all of that with him. And he would respond. Slowly, he was coming out of his shell, and I could tell he wasn't so mad at me. Even before he left class, I was able to do that. I was able to get him to laugh and look at me and smile and say to him, "You can't stay mad at me." And then he responded, he was grumbling, right? But by the end of the day, this young man came and sat next to me. I was sitting in the hallway waiting for another period to start, and he came and sat next to me. And we were able to joke a little bit, not specifically about what happened. He was still kind of miffed about it, but he was letting it go. And that was the beauty part, that he was letting it go. He realized, yeah, I apologized. I didn't mean to offend him. And he didn't need to be offended by it. But I think one of the things that's important to realize about this, at least for me, is that it is important to acknowledge when the other person feels a certain way about something. I don't have to agree, but I shouldn't, and I didn't, try and make that person feel like they were wrong. He was perfectly right about how he felt about that particular situation, which was, I shouldn't have moved his cup. I shouldn't have touched his cup. That was how he felt. I hadn't really given it much thought. I was just like, oh, I don't want it to spill. Let me just move it out of the way, being careful not to touch anywhere near the top of the cup where he was drinking, right? But everybody has their thing, that, they don't want you in their space. And it was important for me to remember that and respect that, and acknowledge the fact that he has every right to feel the way that he feels about the situation. Every right. Just like I had every right to feel how I felt about the situation. And I think at the end of the day, when we were able to sit down and just joke around and whatever, that he realized that I didn't make him feel like he was wrong, because he wasn't wrong. I didn't feel like he was wrong. He was right. And he had every right, in my view, to feel the way he felt, just like I did, as I said before. The more important thing was apologize sincerely for what I'd done to bother him and to offend him, and then put the ball in his court. And that was essentially what I did. So again, it's about choices and the choices that we make, and whether or not we want to react to things or not react to things. And I just feel like I don't always have to react to every single thing that happens in life. I can choose to not react. I can choose to ignore. I don't have to make everything something bigger than what it is. So how do you feel about that? What do you do in situations? Leave a comment. See ya.